back in 2023, I used to be very, very disciplined. I used to work very, very hard for my future self, and I started to build up some momentum. But it was still a quite hard personal life, in my own opinion. And I had some ups and downs and some struggles to get to where I wanted to go because there was a lot of friction. I continued to work hard for my future self by starting to go to the gym. I started to build up some momentum on a YouTube channel that I used to run at that time. I got it monetized in 2024 and I continued to work hard. But there was something that was lacking. It was a purpose, it was a core mission. And once you've built up some momentum, it's very easy to stop and get shiny object syndrome. And that's because of something that I like to present as the relationship between motivation, discipline, and purpose. Hear me out. When it comes to motivation, that's something that we feel like doing. You probably know that. And discipline is something that we don't feel like doing. Like, for example, going on a walk when we're a little bit sick or whatever, like I am right now. And then we have purpose. It's something that causes inner fulfillment just by doing said task. For example, with these YouTube videos, I actually feel quite purposeful because I've built a system that allows me to produce videos that are actually purposeful, meaningful, and that creates inner fulfillment. But I was actually thinking about this morning. I'm a little bit ill, so I'm not in school. Excuse me, but what is very interesting about this, it all comes from the momentum that we have in our personal lives. I'm not specifically talking about progress, because progress is interesting because we can carry on momentum in our progress, but specifically in the inputs. When we've put in the work for a very, very long time, for example, we've been going for a run every other day for 2 weeks, it's very easy to run another time. It's very easy to record another YouTube video. It's very easy to do a positive habit whilst you've actually built some momentum. And for me, with YouTube videos, I haven't recorded in a couple of days because I haven't really felt that well, and to be honest, I've just slacked, to be real honest with you. And when it comes to you doing stuff for your future self and for yourself as well, like for your own journey, your own pursuit of these things, it is very important to realize that you just need the slightest amount of momentum for you to make progress. That's why I'm actually sitting down here. I don't know if I'm going to upload this video. I'm probably gonna. But the interesting thing about all of this is that if you just build some momentum for your future self, that can carry on so much easier. Because what a lot of people fail to do is they try and incorporate a habit. For example, they don't feel that well. They have a lot of anxiety, like I used to have back in this year, actually a couple of months ago. But it is very interesting because what is very interesting about all of this is that once you have no momentum, it's very easy to carry on the path that is laid out ahead of you. That's why positive spirals and negative spirals are such common in people's lives. And if we want to break the cycle, all it takes is just a small effort towards changing it. And what is that effort? It is specifically awareness. Awareness and the ability to stay present and be okay with not doing it to 100% of your ability. This is the thing with me for my own YouTube videos, because I haven't recorded in a week, I don't really feel as comfortable on camera. I don't feel like I'm articulating my thoughts as well. I don't feel that spark inside of me. Despite that I've recorded hundreds of YouTube videos before, I still don't feel the same momentum because I haven't recorded in a week, because I've recorded so much before that I just slacked because I had videos scheduled for a couple of weeks forward. Now what is super interesting about all of this, you just need to be aware of that thought coming in. Be aware of that thought entering your mind that I'm probably not going to make the best YouTube video today. I'm not going to be able to run at the pace that I'm used to. I'm not going to be able to lift the weight that I'm used to. But that's completely okay because I'm laying the foundation for my future self. And try not to be unhappy about it, because this is the moments, these are the times where you make the most amount of progress. Because Do you think that you're making more progress when you're starting out or when you're just carrying on the momentum that your previous self built up for you? It is a very, very, very simple answer. It's the times where you've just started something. That's why in the gym, for example, you have noob gains. You have gains when you haven't been there before. So I encourage you, just ask yourself like, what do I like want to do? What's something that will cause me inner fulfillment that will actually help me out? And then I encourage you to start building a little bit. And even if you feel like I can't take action on this, I'm too far behind or whatever, I'm too far overstimulated. That's also fine, to be completely honest with you. But here's the thing. You've just got to create the awareness. And I know it can be extremely painful. It can be excruciating to not be able to carry out an action that you feel like you were supposed to do, that you said to yourself, to not keep yourself to your own word. It happens very, very often, but that's a sign that you're on the right track because you're building up momentum for your future self. Just you being able to sit there with that feeling instead of overstimulating yourself. That's where the magic happens. This is something that I've been realizing and that not a lot of people actually talk about online because everybody's so caught up with like, you have to be disciplined, you have to do this. Well, yeah, I agree with that to a very, very large extent, but to be able to have the foundation to actually carry out some sort of discipline, some sort of pursuit that will actually be beneficial for your future self, you have to create the awareness to actually be able to like be okay with you like falling over, because there are going to be thousands of times if you imagine yourself like throughout the next couple of years where you fall down. I cannot count how many times I've like made a mistake when I've been speaking and everything. But look at where it's gotten me. Like now I feel completely at peace when I'm speaking to the camera, even when I'm not really feeling that well. My throat hurts and still I'm able to do this. Still I'm able to do some positive habits when I don't really feel that well, like physically. I just encourage you to like start giving yourself some more praise. That's something. That's something that I have to carry on as well, and I'm really glad that you're on this pursuit. But if you wanna join my free community, feel free to do that. And also you can do the YouTube algorithm stuff if you feel like that would be beneficial for your own growth and everything, and it will also benefit me. But yeah, I'm very thankful that you've watched this video, and if you've made it this far, maybe comment some random word, comment the word green, because I have no idea if somebody even watches the entirety of the video. But yeah, I'm happy to have you here, and you're doing fantastic. That's something that I'm also gonna keep working on. Thank you for watching.